Dr. Jawad, before we begin with questions, first of all, I want to congratulate you. First, on the film itself. I watched it just yesterday. I can say that I wanted to watch it earlier, but I ended up watching it yesterday. So, first on the film, and secondly on the awards, on the Oscar, and on the MPAC Award, which is tonight. So I want to take this occasion not just to congratulate you, but also to find out a little bit more. I'm sure so many people want to know a lot of things about how this began and how it took place and things going on the ground. So if you could kind of back up and tell us a little bit about how it began and how you got involved with it.
Well, it started with a challenging case I was involved with in London. Katie Piper, a young, very pretty model. And she got involved in a very short-term relationship with somebody. And then, over the next 24 hours, he kept on manipulating and thinking, and then arranged for one of his very dear friends to actually go and throw acid on her face.
But that's very uncommon. I mean, this was in the UK.
This is happening in London, darling. This is happening in London, in the heart of London. And I've never seen anything like that. And I've been in the UK for the last 20 years. And I've been doing plastic for 17. Never seen anything like that. And I did on this girl. She was very pretty. When we Googled her, we found out, she's a very pretty model. And it was very troublesome time for me too. But anyway, I rose up to the challenge, did what I had to do. I remained very honest with her, and started reconstructing her. I was more unconventional, we were very proactive and progressive and aggressive in terms of management. And I did some innovative technique, and the results were very good. And that was very encouraging for me. When I presented into different forums, they was very much appreciated, because the first time I managed to restore somebody's face in total. And no big deal, we went on. We started doing the other things, when this patient was recovered, went home, we did something else, etc. But I had been traveling to Pakistan quite after my mother was not well, so I used to go there every 3 months. And then I bumped into a few guys. They said, "Oh, by the way," and I was telling them, "Look, I did one of this case, and Channel 4 is actually doing a documentary." I said, "Oh, actually, there are quite a few acid victims in
Burn
Pakistan."
victims here in Pakistan.
I said, "Really?" So till that time, I did not know.
You were unaware. I mean, you grew up there, and you would go back for visits, and you were unaware that these cases actually were taking places in the villages
I'm
and
in
so on?
South. I'm in Karachi. I had never come across during my college time, or I knew they were burnt. You can be cooked
Of
big
course,
time,
yeah.
100%. But as a premeditated act of violence against women,
Against a woman, yeah.
that was not a character I had come across in Pakistan. But then I left Pakistan 23 years ago. But I was not aware of it. Anyway, I got introduced to this group who's been looking after these women, and they print up some brochures called Smile Diplex. I think they collaborated with an Italian charity, and the cases I saw were, wow. It was the most painful sight for me, because I had not seen, because Katie I dealt right in the beginning and just fixed her up. For me it was a big deal. But such deformity, such disfigurement, with the no eyes and no nose and
Yeah,
walking.
I remember seeing the woman in the film, Zakiya, I believe is her name.
Yeah.
I mean, she's missing her entire eye. It was very disturbing. I can see.
That was a mild form, by the way. The other formats were just completely
Oh
heartbreaking.
my God.
So by this stage, I said, I saw that I think it would be great that for me as a plastic surgeon that I should take my skills back to Pakistan. And plastic surgery is very, very expensive, as you know. And these women just physically cannot afford this.
Of course.
So
of
we
course.
teamed up with a fantastic hospital in Karachi called Indus Hospital, who gave the facility free of cost. And they arranged for this clinic to run. I took a team. January '09 we started. And we saw this whole group of about 25 men and women. I said, "Oh my God, who are these?" One another after another stories. It was heartbreaking,
I
but
can imagine.
we toughened up and we cracked on and we started repairing them as much as we could.
So here's what I want to ask you. Somewhere down the line during those 15 months, did you ever imagine that it would reach what it reached? Or was every step kind of like, wow, HBO's going to take it, wow, it's, doing this, and then
I had no
ultimately,
idea what
wow, an Oscar.
I had no idea what HBO is, frankly speaking, living in England. Well, I heard about this at cable network, but that's about it. So he sent me a promo. When I looked at that promo, it looked very, very powerful. So I said, these guys are serious guys, serious filmmakers. And apparently they did 100 hours of recording, and for 4 months solid, they did the editing.
Editing, yes.
39 minutes of production.
Yeah,
and
that's
I
normal.
think they did produce. I had no idea about it. And
Yeah.
this is not my
Well,
theater.
this is my field, so I definitely know 100 hours to produce 40 minutes is okay.
But I think they put up a very good show. So
Absolutely.
what it ended up is, for me, it was uplifting in the sense that we started a journey, which was a happier journey because we managed to restore somebody's face and dignity. So she
Yes,
can walk
absolutely.
tall.
Yeah.
And so it's almost like starting a movement. I said, hang on, we can do 1, we can do 2, we can do 10. I'm doing it. I think I should be able to encourage other guys to do it as
Yeah.
well. So maybe it's a new way of philanthropy.
Yes.
Because philanthropy, in my opinion, is not only giving cash.
No, of course
Philanthropy
not.
is also transferring your skills to empower the other people, to carry on and perpetuate. And if we all do things at a later part of our life, ke sadka jari hai, this is something like that. Sadka is ongoing,
yes, of
that you
course.
get your brownie points up there.
Brownie points, I say that too.
But if it starts and it has multiples in it, right from the very early stage, man, by the time we're done, we could accumulate mega millions.
Well, I'm glad
you know.
that you're seeing it that way. Bigger picture, what does it mean to you as someone doing the kind of work that you're doing, and how you feel like this could be something that could really amplify and expedite
Okay.
real change?
So I was now pushed into the biggest theater in the world, which is not my theater. My theater is real,
Yeah.
with real patient and anesthetists.
In
and
an operating
In
room.
an operating room,
Yeah.
okay? Now this is a global theater with, I think, at that time, it was a 1.2 billion people audience.
Yeah.
It's a platform to talk sensible thing and talk about some awareness, talk about a platform where you can unify, platform where you can say, look, it is a problem, it is man-made, but we can all together, we can fix it. It's an encouragement for a lot of doctors and plastic surgeons
It's
to
a
come
powerful
on.
message. I mean,
Come on, man.
Any way you
Come
look
along.
at it, yeah.
And so
absolutely.
since then, I was invited to Stanford University, so I was there last week. We were lecturing on global humanitarian medicine. We're starting a new project, which is it's a new philanthropy. I'm doing another series, a documentary, which will take the team of plastic surgeons to different parts of the world, identify problems, fix them, and have a new
So
episode.
it's taken on a life of its own.
It is taking its own direction, but I think in this journey, what's happening is the best part is more people are joining.
Yeah.
So they're more like-minded people. Said, yeah, this is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun giving your time and restoring some lost faces, and it's a great feeling. Actually, it's a very good feeling.
I'm sure it is. Well, like I said, congratulations on MPAC Media Award, on the Oscar, but more important than any of the awards and anything, congratulations, honestly, on the work that you're doing and the impact that you're having. And as someone who's just fresh out of watching the film, it is so moving to see this taking place. And I think that, as we were saying, I think it will take on a life of its own and grow much bigger than that, and really the power of media to really amplify it. So
I just hope and pray that Allah give me enough energy to sustain this and carry on this work. And I don't want to see this thing. I think I want these numbers to go down, but as long as they're there, we should be able to restore some faces. That would be very nice, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you
Viwan.
very much.
Thank you.